Hello and welcome to another episode of Sandy Code Projects. In this episode, we're going to show you how to do an oil change on the Chevy Spark that we have. We've been going through it slowly. There's a lot of different things that need to be done on this vehicle. Again, if you watch the spark plug video, this is another morning where it's 9 in the morning and it's 100 degrees. So I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. All right, so we're back underneath the car. As you can see, I have two jack stands underneath it. I have it on this cross member that lays across just behind the A-arm assembly, the lower control arm assembly for the wheels. I did that because that gives me full access to everything underneath here. This pan right here is the transmission oil pan, which if you saw that video, we changed the fluid in that. The one that we're going to be working on today is the one that has the dip in the plate right here, and this bolt right here is your oil pan bolt. So this oil pan bolt looks to be a 15 millimeter. I've already broken it loose. This car has probably been to an oil change shop a few times because usually oil change shops will use air powered tools and rattle these down. This one was no exception. I had to smack the wrench with a hammer because of the fact that they had the bolt down to probably about 80 foot-pounds. It was very, very tight. A drain pan bolt should never be that tight. Sometimes they'll do that because the washer inside is worn out and it's causing a leak. That or they're trying to avoid a leak. But no matter what, you shouldn't have to put that kind of pressure onto the bolts. They go down much, much lower. So just remove the oil pan bolt out and let the engine oil drain. Make sure the car is cold before you do this or you're going to burn your hands. Alright, so forward of your drain pan, almost straight up, you're going to see the filter. It's this guy right here. For these, I like to use oil filter pliers. Oil filter pliers to me are an easier way to get these off because you can just squeeze a hold of it, grab, twist, it breaks it loose really easy. They also make a strap wrench that goes around them, especially for these little filters. They're easy to get a hold of on those, but in our case, I'm going to be grabbing a hold of it with these guys and spinning it off. For our oil filter, I'm going to use a STP S11462. This is actually the exact same number with Fram if you're going to use a Fram, except for the S turns to a PH. I got an oil change kit. This oil change kit has STP oil and STP filter. I did that because it was cheaper. I'm using 5W20 weight, and the reason why is because this car has about 160,000 miles on it, and it needs a little bit of a higher weight than the recommended 020 weight. So we're going to pre-fill the filter. The school is still out on whether or not it's beneficial to do that or not. I'm an old school mechanic, and I've always done it this way. So I'm going to pre-fill the filter and lubricate the oil seal with some fresh oil. All right, so reversing the process, we put the drain pan bolt in first, then we put the filter up in place. If you do it the other way with the filter pre-filled, you will end up spilling it out into the drain pan. So make sure to do that first. The filter goes up, and when it goes up, it goes a quarter turn past snug, and then it's considered tight. You don't want to go past that or you'll blow the O-ring inside of it out and it'll leak. One other thing I do want to mention about the filter, my preferred brand is Wix. So that number is a WL10001 for this particular car. All right, so once that's done, remove the filler cap, which is that guy sitting over there. Comes out of that opening there. Put the funnel in it and add 4 quarts of your preferred oil and weight. Also, just so you know, on your bottle of oil, if you got a 5-quart jug, there is a clear colored line on the side of it and allows you to see how many quarts you've put in. We need to go down to 1 quart left because it's a 5-quart jug. All right, so once you're done filling it up, make sure you put the cap back on your filler cap. Then climb underneath, verify that the drain plug and the oil filter are not dripping on the ground, and then check the car up and remove your jack stands. All right, so the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna warm up the car to normal operating temperatures and then shut it off. So inside of the passenger cab, there's no way to tell whether or not you're up to normal operating temperatures, so let it run for 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go away just yet. I gotta show you how to reset the code 82. All right, after you shut the car off, pull the dipstick out, wipe it off with a rag, put it back in, and double check the oil level between the marks at the end of the stick. This will tell you if you've got the correct amount of oil inside of it. Also, climb underneath the car one more time and make sure that the drain pan bolt and the filter are not dripping. All right, so with either the car running or just the key in the on position, not with it running, you're gonna see code 82. So the way that you reset it is on the side here, there are a series of buttons. You hit the menu button until it shows the oil life right there, that's showing at 0, that needs to be reset. Then you just hold the clear button until it goes up to 100%. All right, so the last step in this whole process for me is I like to take it out for a test drive to make sure that absolutely nothing is leaking, even if I put a load on the engine. Once I do that, I also come back and double check the oil one more time. Now that that's done, this video is done. So as always, thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll keep making more content.